So here we are going to talk briefly about classification of solid-state phase transformation based on thermodynamics, based on how whether the uh, first derivative or the second derivative of Gibbs-free energy is continuous during the phase transformation process. So first is the so-called first order phase transformation. These are the phase transformation that um, do at the temperature of the transformation, the Gibbs free energy between one phase and the other phase is the same, but the chemical potential is also the same. But at the same time, the first order derivative of the Gibbs free energy is not continuous. Here we showed that the for phase 1 versus phase 2, the Gibbs free energy versus temperature um, partial differential with constant pressure is not the same. And at the same time, the partial differential of Gibbs free energy for phase 1 versus phase 2 with respect to pressure is also not the same under constant temperature condition. If you recall, for the total differential for the Gibbs free energy, dG would be VdP minus SdT. V is volume, P is pressure, S is entropy, T is temperature. The total differential dG we can write based on thermodynamics as this way. And from here, you can know the partial differential of Gibbs free energy with respect to temperature would be the entropy. So what that means is during the phase transformation, the entropy term change will not be uh, 0. And the partial differential of Gibbs free energy with pressure would be volume. And during this first order phase transformation, the volume change will also not be 0. Okay, so these are the features of first order phase transformation, and melting um, of a crystalline solid, typical crystalline solid would be a classical example of first order phase transformation. Okay, and some of the precipitation phase change due to change in solubility are also examples of first order phase transformation. Okay. And then in comparison, for second order phase transformation, for this type of phase transformation at the temperature for that transformation to occur, the Gibbs free energy is the same between the two phases. The chemical potential is also the same. Not only that, the first partial derivative for the Gibbs free energy are also the same for the two phases involved. Okay, with respect to temperature, which is delta S, with respect to pressure, which is delta V. Both of these are also the same during the phase transformation. But what is not the same is the second order differential. For example, the second order partial differential of Gibbs free energy with respect to temperature is not the same. The partial differential of Gibbs free energy with respect to pressure is also not the same during such phase transformation, or the cost term is not the same. Of course, if you think of this a little bit deeper, the second partial derivative of Gibbs free energy with respect to temperature is not the same. That essentially means the heat capacity under constant pressure is not the same. While the partial differential with respect to pressure, second order, is not the same, means the compressibility of the material is not the same before and after the phase transformation. And finally, the last term is about the thermal expansion coefficient is not the same during the second order phase transformation. some special order disorder transformation are second order phase transformation, but the majority of the phase transformation in the solid that we deal with are first order phase transformation. So here, let's compare the change of Gibbs free energy, entropy, the enthalpy, which is the heat, and heat capacity with respect to temperature for both first order phase transformation and for second order phase transformation. Okay, so here first we plot the change of Gibbs free energy versus temperature. Okay, for phase 1 on the left, phase 2 high temperature on the right, and at the transition temperature, and the phase the Gibbs free energy is the same as the transition temperature or equilibrium transition temperature. Okay, the slope are negative because the partial differential of Gibbs free energy with respect to temperature is a negative of entropy, which is always negative. So that's why the slope are negative in this plot. So this plot is for Gibbs free energy, and then let's look at the first derivative, which is entropy or volume. Okay, here we plot for entropy, the how does it change with respect to temperature for phase 1 and phase 2, and quite often, as you would imagine, the higher the temperature, the higher the entropy. So the entropy generally increase with temperature, but at the equilibrium phase transformation temperature, there's a sudden change in the entropy or the order for the system, which is understandable when you think of the atoms arranged in BCC ion versus FCC ion. There's definitely a sudden change in the randomness or the orderliness of the phase between the low temperature one and the high temperature one. Okay, and then because of this sudden change in entropy, quite often the enthalpy, the heat with respect to temperature, also changes abruptly at the equilibrium temperature. Okay. Uh, and finally, it's about the heat capacity, CP. Finally, it's about heat capacity. And because of this sudden change in the enthalpy or the heat term, so the heat capacity would approach infinity at this around this local temperature of equilibrium temperature, because at that temperature there is a sudden change in heat, system heat, but there's no change in temperature. As a result, the heat capacity appears to approach infinity around the temperature for such first order phase transformation. Okay, in comparison, for second order phase transformation, if we look at the Gibbs free energy, it's still continuous, except at the equilibrium phase transformation temperature that does not appear to be a sudden change in the slope at the Gibbs free energy versus temperature curve. Okay, and then let's look at the entropy or the volume term. Because we just mentioned for second order phase transformation, the entropy or the volume are continuous at the temperature of phase transformation. As a result, unlike the first order transformation where we observe a sudden change in entropy or molar volume, here they should be continuous. Okay, except there may be a sudden change in the slope, which is the representative of the heat capacity sudden change. So because of this, the enthalpy would also be continuous in this process. But as we look at the heat capacity at the phase transformation temperature, there would appear to be a large change in this heat capacity for the system. Okay,